Hello, I just need to go over a quick disclaimer, trading disclaimer. Stocks, options, and futures has large potential rewards and risk. You must be willing to take these risks when trading. You must not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. This training is not a solicitation or offer to buy any stocks, options, or futures. The past performance is not indicative of future results. This training is only for educational use only. Thank you. Alrighty, so this video is going to be going over the CME Group website. As a futures trader, you should spend a lot of time on this site. There's a lot of education stuff on here that you can learn. As a spread trader, I spend a lot of my time on this site. So I just want to go some of the key areas that you should take a look at an overview. Now throughout some of the other videos, you're going to see me on this site going through things. But one of the main thing is when you click on login, you want to create an account, because this is going to give you a membership that's going to give you some of the content that is behind their membership site. So when you click on role, I think when I did this, I just clicked on trading company type. I just did independent self-directed trader. In company, I think I did NA. So after creating a membership, then what you want to do is go to education. And right here is a trading simulator that you can use and you can trade and demo trade. And I highly, highly recommend you demo trade if you are going to be learning how to spread trade. This is a totally different way of trading than some of you are used to, and I highly recommend to demo trade. This is not the best demo trading simulator, but it will get the job done. So one of the things you want to do is when you go to markets here, you can click on like holiday calendar, and this will give you all the information you need for like the holiday calendars, and you can click on it and get the hours for it, things like that. And also when I go to markets here, tools and resources. This is a good area. You have the CME Fed Watch. So when you click on this, if you don't know when the CME is coming out, then it's right here. 1 day, 20 hours. There's a countdown. So this is good to just check in and find out when the FOMC meeting is and the announcements. So this is a great area just to come in and take a look at, because it will creep up on you, and next thing you know, it's you didn't follow the news, some of the major news that comes out, and things get slammed. This is a good way to see, okay, what areas can I trade, and that's a great tool to use. And also right here, click on tools, you can find a broker, open interest, heat map. But right here, you can type in areas of things you want to learn. If you want to learn like the contract months. So you can just go here, contract months. Contract month codes. This is very important. You might want to bookmark this. Like this gives you January, the month code F, February G, December Z. These are very important to know. So also another area I want to go over is when you click on markets, right here is the featured products. So you can just go to the featured product that you want, or browse by like agriculture, energy, equity, FX. I don't trade FX spreads, interest rates. I do trade spreads on those a little bit. And like agriculture, when you click on agriculture, this goes over like corn, soybean futures, Chicago wheat, Kansas City wheat, live cattle, lean hogs, feeder cattle, milk. You want to trade milk? That's good. Australian wheat, Black Sea wheat. To be honest, I don't even Black Sea wheat. I've never even heard of that. So if you click on markets, you go to energy, and right here you have crude oil, natural gas, heating oil, gasoline. Now the rest of these I don't touch. right here, these four are the major ones I do. I do a lot of crude oil calendar spreads. So I will do that, natural gas, heating oil, gasoline. Sometimes I will do crude oil, gasoline spreads. So this right here, and let's say you want to click on crude oil. Go to quotes. This right here will give you good information that you're looking for as a spread trader. It gives you like the volume. Click on settlements. It gives you the months right here with all the settlements. Volume. If you click on volume, what I like about it is it gives this graph right here. It shows you the volume. And contract specs. You can find out, contract unit, 1,000 barrels, US dollars and cents per barrel. Minimum price fluctuation, it's $10. So, and it is, settlement method is, it's a deliverable. So this just gives you good information that you can just look at, and also margins. If you want to know what the margins are, they're right here, maintenance margins that are required. Of course, you need to work with a broker that does the CME span correctly. If you're going to be spread trading, you need to deal with a broker that handles the CME span correctly. So right here, if you go click on calendar, this gives you all the good information. And when you click on calendar, if you don't know the month, like let's say April, well, you got CLJ20. So that's CL, and then J is April, and then 2020. So there you go. You can just come in here and just find the months. If you don't know what spread you're looking at, or if I give out a symbol like CLH20 and you don't know, then you can just come here and take a look at, oh, it's March. So you can do this for the indexes. Right here gives you the E-minis. Down here are the micros. When you first start spread trading, I highly recommend trading the micros when you spread trade. Even if you have enough money to trade the minis, I highly recommend trading the micros and getting used to it. Because if you can make $200 in a spread trade in the micros, then you can make $2,000 when you start going to the minis, to the bigger contracts. So if you're having trouble spread trading and you're getting big drawdowns, then it's going to be 10 times as worse if you trade the minis. So I highly recommend trading the micros to learn. And we can click on Micro E-mini. Gives you all the information you need right here. So you click on margins. This gives you the margin requirements. Click on calendar. This gives you the calendars and the months. MESZ for D, so it's MESZ20. So you want to go to CME Group. You want to create a login, and you want to go through here and go to education and start looking at some of the courses and lessons that they have here. This is really good if you're into natural gas. Let's say you want to do natural gas calendar spreads. Then do the short course on natural gas. If we have like technical analysis, of course Johnny does really good of teaching people introduction to futures. If you don't know anything about futures, introduction to futures, this is a great place to start getting educated about it, understanding certain things. Even if you think you know the basics, then still take a look at this. You might pick up something you didn't know. So understanding the role of speculators, calculating future contract profit and loss, price discoveries, future contracts compared to forwards, what is open interest. So this is a great site to learn, and you'll see me here all the time as a spread trader. I'm constantly looking at this. I'm looking at the volume. So when I go here and I go to markets, I go to equity index, what I start looking at, if I go to the E-mini, I'll start looking at the volume. When the volume starts drying up for the Ds, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to roll into March. Or if it's, let's say I don't want to trade, open up a trade in December, and it's like, okay, is there enough liquidity in March? So I need to look at that and see if there's enough liquidity. And also, sometimes the spreads, since there's low liquidity, the spreads are going to be bigger. So when you get in, those spreads are going to be a little bit bigger. So this is a good place to take a look at. Also, with notional value, understanding the notional values. When you go to contracts, you need to know what the factor is when you're taking the notional value for the S&P 500. You want to do like what it's currently trading at times 50 equals the notional value. So if you don't know the notional value, and I went over this in notional value video, let's say you don't know it for the NQ. Well, you just go to E-mini, NQ, and contract specs. Let's say you don't know the multiplier. Well, it's right there. It's 20. So this is just a good site to really learn, and also as a reference, and for you to come back and look at things and see where things are. So that's all I have for today. Thank you.